G'day guys, it's Kim here. Welcome to another design and Canva video. I've been doing very simple product photography as a designer for years. I might not be the greatest at it, but I'm always keen to improve. Lately, I've been studying the latest in photography to brush up on my skills. I've been watching a lot of Peter McKinnon and Daniel Schiffer. They're like my go-to resource for photography. So in this video, I thought I'd cover a few things. Simple product photography and Canva's background remover. If you stick around to the end, I'll show you Canva's brand new autofocus feature as well. We'll go through how you can easily shoot and edit clean product photos, and then add some background effects and animated elements. This one's for you marketers, business owners, entrepreneurs, freelance creatives, and virtual assistants wanting to create social media content of tangible products. If you want a clean product photo without a background, the best thing to do is to set up the product shot as clean as possible to begin with. You can do this on a budget using pretty simple things. I'll go through a couple of options with you. What you'll need: a flat surface like a table, large white paper or stiff white card or large thick cardboard or something similar to use as a backing board, sticky tape or blue tack or paper clips to hang the card or paper if needed, a light source with a softbox, or you can use a lamp and a lantern, and of course a camera. Even a smartphone should be fine. To create your stage or set, here's what you'll need to do. You need your flat surface against the wall or something vertical that you can hang your paper on. Arrange the card or paper so that you've got a white background and a white floor. Bring in your light and softbox. If you've got two, even better, as you can have one on each side to light up your product. If you've only got one light source, here's where you can use the backing board. Place the backing board so that it bounces light from the light source onto the other side of the product. Place your product in the middle of the set. What we're trying to do is eliminate all the harsh shadows of the product. I suggest turning off all the room lights and covering any natural light. This will reduce any light pollution. Check your camera that the product is looking well lit. Adjust your settings because you don't want the product over or underexposed. If you've got a smartphone, this should do it automatically. Remember, we're trying to get the shot as clean as possible to begin with. I've used a few different lenses for this shoot, but I've noted down the details in the description. What you're looking for is that the background is quite plain, bright, and no harsh shadows. Remember to take a few shots. Don't just take one and think you're done. It's better to have more because the last thing you want to do is find out your shot is blurry or not the right angle, and then you have to do the setup all over again. Now, if you don't have the budget yet for a proper light and softbox, you can use this lamp and lantern trick. This is a cheap IKEA lamp, and an even cheaper paper lantern. I used this to start off with before I upgraded my lights. Now I use it as a nice fill or rim light if I need it. Thanks to Matt Diavella for this tip. He's one of my go-to resources for videography and film. Now, photographing glass and shiny products is a whole nother video in itself. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to cover that in more detail. Now you've got your shot, time to bring it into Canva. This is the easy part. Click on and drag your photo onto the page. Click on the photo, click Edit, hit Background Remover. Then Canva will do the rest. Tweak the product image as needed, and you have yourself a clean product shot. If you're liking this video so far and you're finding it helpful, give it a big thumbs up. That'll really help me and the channel out. Now for the fun part. Given that you're probably making social media posts or ads for your product, you'll want to add some complementary elements to your design. You can add any background you want, whether that's a flat color, gradient, image, or even a video. Check your brand guidelines to see what would be appropriate and on brand. Next, you might want to add some foreground elements like text. Maybe it's a price tag or sale promo. Add an element that brings your point across. Then lastly, if your product is starting to get lost in all the other elements, you can dial down the intensity of the elements, or maybe bring in an element that will help the product pop. That's pretty much it for Canva's background remover, but here's a bonus feature for you. Canva have added something even cooler that I think uses the technology that they've built. Introducing the autofocus. Autofocus takes your image and instead of removing the background, it blurs it, giving you a creamy, blurry background effect. In photography jargon, it creates a shallow depth of field, separating your subject from the background. It adds a bokeh effect and pulls focus on the subject. It's pretty basic in functionality, but you can tweak the position of the background blur to suit your image. This is pretty useful if your camera isn't great and tends to flatten the background with the foreground or subject. Here's a before and after comparison. Hopefully that's given you some ideas on how to shoot really simple product photos, as well as how to use Canva's Background Remover and Autofocus. If you've got any questions, feel free to DM me or leave a comment below. Subscribe, hit the bell icon if that floats your boat, and thanks for watching.